Sivaya Nama Tiruchitrambalam. Welcome back. In today's discussion, we are going to talk about a very interesting topic which we are all able to relate as of today. It's called as jealousy feeling. Yes, you heard it right, jealousyness. Let's look at the reason behind that and then let's analyze whether it is good or bad and what are the implications of having that feeling. Now, when I look at someone who's doing better than me, I feel a little bit jealous. That's a natural feeling we all claim. When someone is singing better than obviously I feel jealous. When someone has a good articulation skill, we feel jealous. When someone is doing well off, wealthy, we feel jealous. When someone is doing very good in their career, we feel jealous. Anything and everything, someone is better than us, we have this small feeling called as jealousyness, which can grow big and big and big, and it can overtake us at one particular time. In order to understand the reason behind this and the logic behind this jealousy feeling, let's divert a little bit and then come back again. I need to talk about some analogies here. Imagine I'm coming back home. My mom has cooked dinner for me. When I sit in the dinner table and I look at the dishes, it looks so delicious. Now I start taking the food and I'm praising certain dishes. My mom is obviously going to be happy about it. When I criticize some dish, obviously she's not going to be so happy. She's going to feel a little bit sad. Natural. So the dishes are not going to be impacted, but the person who cooked the dishes is going to be is going to talk about having the feeling. Now, this is the same for any kind of a book as well. Let's imagine I'm reading a book and I'm praising the book. The author is going to feel happy. When I criticize the book, the author is not going to feel so happy about it. Same ways, I go to an art exhibition, I'm seeing a painting, and when I'm praising the painting, the artist is going to be happy about it. And when I criticize the painting, the artist is going to be affected by that. Right? Now we are going to use the same example here and talk about the earlier concept of jealousyness. What happens here is this particular soul has acquired this body with whatever we have, limitations as well as whatever capabilities that is given to us, but it is given only to this body, not to the soul. So what happens is the body is given to us and the body as such has no natural intelligence. So the person who is commanding this body is Lord Shiva. We call it as nature. According to Saivites, we believe that it is Lord Shiva. We don't talk about nature here because we see Lord Shiva as nature in the form of Lord Shiva itself. So Lord Shiva is the one who's totally making us move. If he asks me to get up, I'm going to get up from the bed. If he asks me to just die off, I'm just going to be dying off the bed. So if you look at it, who is the one who is making us act or speak or talk or do whatever we are doing as of today is the force behind us. Now imagine when someone is looking at me and they are praising me, do you think it belongs to me? Obviously no. If someone says, oh ma'am, you look so pretty, obviously I don't have not even 1% credit in that. It goes to Lord Shiva. If someone looks at me and says, you look so ugly, obviously it goes to Lord Shiva because he's the one who's the person who created. I'm just a piece of art. That's it. Who's the person who created, the artist behind that is Lord Shiva. If someone is praising my voice, did I do anything to get this voice? Obviously no. So it is Lord Shiva who's actually behind this. So when I feel jealous about someone, when I curse someone, indirectly what I'm doing, or not necessarily indirectly, directly we are actually criticizing Lord Shiva, isn't it? Because he is the one who has given us this capability. Now I can understand you may have a question in your mind. For example, we were talking about an art, we were talking about a book, we were talking about dish. All three examples are non-living beings, whereas I, as a soul, I am in this body. So, to some extent, we are considered to be a living being. At least this body is a living being right now. So, how can we compare a non living thing with a living thing? Let's give another analogy here. You take your pet dog to a grooming session. The person is beautifying your dog. Originally it was full of, the hairs were not so clear and whatever. Now once the dog is coming out of the grooming session, it looks so pretty. Do you think the dog is going to take the credit if I appreciate it? Obviously no. The person who groomed it is the most important person. When I'm dressing up, let's say for example someone is taking up the bride position. When you look at the bride, we obviously know the bride has not put on the makeup by her own self. There is someone else who has beautified her. So the first question we'll ask is, hey, you look so pretty. Who's your beautician? Right? That's exactly. Here we are talking about a living object here, but someone is behind there to give this extra kind of an beautification, or even the capability that we are talking about, the attribute that we are talking about. So as part of this particular body, even though the soul is within it, the soul as such doesn't have the capability to decide. It doesn't have the natural intelligence. So the person behind all this is Lord Shiva. When we are feeling jealous about someone, when we are criticizing someone, remember we are actually criticizing Lord Shiva. We are actually feeling jealous about Lord Shiva, and that is a big mistake that we are actually doing, because we don't have the clarity. The problem is because we are not having the clarity of it. Next time when we see someone singing much better than us, you have to directly go down to them, tap their shoulders and say, well done. God has blessed you with a beautiful voice. God has blessed you with such a lovely, mesmerizing voice. Keep it up. Thank God immediately for giving her or him the lovely voice. Next time when you hear someone having a beautiful articulation skill, you are very, very clear after hearing their discourse or their speech. Appreciate. Appreciate and tell them, well done. When you say well done, what are you trying to do is attract wellness, because this universe is having a particular pattern. We call it as law of attraction. The more feeling, what kind of feeling we are giving outside, that's the same experience we ought to get back. When we give a lot of negativity, we are going to attract more negativity. The more positive vibes we are sending out, we are going to attract more positives for our life also. Start appreciating everyone and anyone around us. You will see your life also transforming into a lot of appreciations. This is something which cannot be taught. Live it, see it for yourself. I'll come back again with the next course again. See you until then. Sivaya Nama, Tiruchitrambalam.